Okay, Becky, do you want to go next?
Sure. I've been playing something which is unusual, actually. A few months ago, my friend Stu sent me a text message and said, do you want to come to Coco in Camden tonight for the launch of Mortal Kombat 11? And I was like, is there going to be free booze there? And he said yes. And I was like, see you there, buddy. Yeah. And we turned up and there were like ice sculptures of Sub-Zero, and there were all of these like models dressed as the characters, like the fighters and stuff. And I've played Mortal Kombat in the past, but I've never owned a copy. So I've only ever played it like when you go over to a friend's house and they've got it, and you do some classic button bashing until you're in too much pain to do any more, and then you kind of go home and you forget about it for another few weeks. So I don't know a lot about like the characters and stuff like that. I just know that it's like the super violent one that everybody used to bitch about, and like, well, the media and teachers and stuff used to bitch about. But Stu, my friend, and I were at Coco, and they had like gamers there sort of doing like live battles, and they were broadcasting them on the screens like all around the club, and they would introduce like all the cutscenes which were doing all the cool like story bits and stuff, and I was like, this looks fucking great. Like I was really sort of drawn in, and fair enough, I had like 3 or 4 free ciders by this point, but still. So I mentioned this to the husband, who owns an Xbox, and then came home the other night, and there's a little progress bar pootling along the old TV screen because he's downloading it. Nice. So we've been playing a bit of Mortal Kombat 11. It's been really fun. The special moves where you kind of shoot like a grappling hook through someone's chest and then create a space portal behind them and then push them through the space portal, and then they come through another portal and you're waiting there for them and you like kick them in the face. I love all that. That's great. The graphics are good. There's a lot of blood. I'm into it. Like all the goriness. We've got the slight problem that Dave, my husband, stays up a lot later than I do, and he's been practicing. So what was initially quite a fun little activity for the two of us to do together has turned into him handing my ass to me every single time. So I'm just going to have to do a bit of tutorial, bit of story mode maybe, and get good, and then I'll be able to put up a bit more competition for him. But at the moment, it's a bit like box set cheating. He's like run away with it. It's really unfair.
Like that's what always seems to happen.
That's always the issue with those sort of games.
Yeah, like I remember having, like as a kid, Super Smash Bros coming out and having friends that were like, oh, this seems like a really fun Nintendo game where we can all fight. And then like, you know, a year later, you're going around their house and they're like, oh, here's my ultra cool dodging abilities where I can dodge every move you ever do. And also they're like, oh, let's turn all the fun modes off and just have a straight up fight on the flattest stage because that's how cool we are. And I'm like, no, I don't want to play this game because you're going to win.
Yeah.
Quite right.
Yeah, I discovered this weekend actually, Ellie, she does not like losing at games.
Oh,
quick question. Ellie, Liam, who do you know who likes losing at games?
There are certain games, I don't like them, but like they are designed to make you lose, which we've discussed in the past, games like Bloodborne and that sort of thing.
Doesn't sound like my sort of thing at all.
No, they're very stressful.
No, I mean, the thing is, depending on the game, I don't mind the losing if I'm having a good time.
Same.
That's beautiful.
No, Ellie, you were getting very
I was
moody.
very angry over the weekend because we were playing a card game and it was being very unfair. Here's my issue. If I'm playing a game and part of it comes down to chance, then I will inevitably get annoyed if I lose and part of me is like, there was unfair, like the chance I lost because some random roll somewhere decided that I wouldn't get what I needed to win. That's what.
Were you playing? Is it computers?
Yeah, we were playing Magic the Gathering on.
We weren't playing like against each other. We were just talking while playing. You were playing other people.
Yeah, I was playing random strangers on the internet, and it was just annoying. It was annoying.
It was so funny listening to it because Ellie was getting very moody. And I was just there like, oh, this is fun. Like, I was also playing and losing, but I was like, oh no, I feel like I'm learning while I'm doing this. Ellie did not.
Well, my problem is part of my problem as well is I'm not an expert at Magic, obviously, because I don't play it very much. But, like, I know enough that when I fuck up, I'm like, oh, I fucked that up and, like, messed something up. So when it's a mixture of chance, me looking back and being like, well, I sort of titted myself over by not doing this one thing, like, I just get annoyed because I'm annoyed at myself, I'm annoyed at the game, and I'm annoyed at the random internet stranger who's better at me at some fucking card game.
I'm gonna have to listen to that as well while I'm just still trying.
Oh, then I have to listen to you being like, I've just won my match.
Yeah, that happened. That was the best bit. Anyway, we're talking about Magic too much again.
Sorry.
We spent far too long last episode talking about it. Mortal Kombat 11 out of 5.
I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 at the moment, but that's just on the like PvP bit. I'm excited to do the story mode. But yeah, no, I really like it. It's good.
Cool. As someone that doesn't play a lot of like fighty games like that, recommend it?
Do you mean I'm somebody who doesn't play a lot of fighting games?
I'm someone that doesn't, so would you recommend it to someone like me?
I'm like you, because I don't either. So yes.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I basically play Mario Kart.
That's one of the games that I bought this weekend for the Switch.
Mario Kart Switch is meant to be something really quite special.
I got the little steering wheel for it, and I hate the steering wheel. So now I just I put the controller in the steering wheel, but you can just use the little stick.
Yeah.
Just steer. So I just do that. It's great fun. What? Ellie's making faces at me.
I like that you don't like the steering wheel, but you still insist on putting the controller into the steering wheel.
I liked the accelerator button.
Okay. Yep, moving on.